took me on them wild courses. Who knows how many poses that I've been in, but them the main closest. And heart it gives meaning, man. I cannot really post this. I'll flee the signs. Worry about rain, and I worry about lightning, but I watch them up to the light of the morning, marking the slope, slung low in the highlands, where the days are no longer. If it's harm me, it's harm me, it'll harm me, I'll let it in.
Dad, happy birthday. Hi everybody. I wish I could be there to celebrate with all of you, and I'm sure you're having a great time. Unfortunately, I'm here in New York. But I wanted to at least record a little video and say a few words, Dad, for your 70th birthday. I know it's a big day for you. It's a huge birthday, and I know you've been reflecting and thinking a lot recently about your life and about your birthday, and I know how it feels because you know, you're about 30 years older than me, so my birthday, I'll be 40 in about a month, and so I've been thinking a lot too. And I know this is a really big day for you. What I really want to say to you is just how much I appreciate you. And how, even though I don't say it all that often, I think you are the most unique, coolest, and really just the best guy, really. I mean, first off, you're kind of this like action hero guy, and it feels like you're kind of from like a time when they made better, more manly men. That's the first thing. But you're also this thoughtful, sensitive, problem-solving sweetheart, which in fact makes you sort of enigmatic. I mean, I bet most people know somebody who they would want with them if they got into a knife fight. And then most people also know somebody who they would want if they got themselves stuck in some sort of complicated legal dispute. It's just not that often that it's the same guy. I also just love your sense of humor. You don't take yourself too seriously. You love to laugh. You love to make other people laugh. I'll always, think about when I was a young boy watching funny movies with you. I think everybody has a memory like this, especially something like Airplane, during those scenes where you would just get so hysterical laughing that like tears are coming down your face and you're totally red and you are just crying, and that was just the funniest thing. And sometimes that happens to me, and I look over at Ella, who's 4.5, and look at her watching me getting giddy, and it puts me right back there in Wedgwood in front of that little television set with the coat hanger on top. Watching Naked Gun or something. Sometimes, I think about also that you showed me the value and the fun of loving the outdoors, of loving physical activity, of loving exercise, running and biking and swimming, which wasn't that common, almost 35 years ago, to take your kids out to do that kind of stuff. And I know Margot and Joe, appreciated it too. But I'll never forget, getting up on like a September morning or something cold in Seattle, getting in the white minivan, buying a few sourdough rolls from the QFC, and going out to do a Dad and Me 5K race in Seattle when it was still foggy and cold and it'd be more comfortable to be in bed. And I think about that now, because it's so worked into my hard wiring to love to go running and to love to be outdoors, and what a gift that is to have, to enjoy that, to see the value in working hard to do something that's worth doing, and actually even like enjoying the suffering a little bit of doing that. And it's very motivating for me. I want to make sure my kids are given that same gift, because it's a lifelong thing. And of course, When we started off, I'd have to try and catch up to you running. I thought you were impossibly fast. Then as I got to be, 10 or 11, being able to run together. And even now, dragging your ass up Mount Constitution on a mountain bike, and you and I having a great time doing it. So it goes to show it's a lifelong thing, and looking how you've kept yourself in just incredible, incredible shape, just thrashing 30-year-olds in CrossFit class, or passing all those people on the way up Mount Constitution who are half your age. And I think you should just feel incredibly proud of yourself. It's super inspiring. And I hope that I am looking like you when I'm 70, which I probably should, since I kind of look exactly like you most other ages. And then I also think about, it's not surprising based on all that for you it's really, seems to me, the simple things in life that you really value, that motivate you. In a lot of ways, you're a salt of the earth guy. You're a person who's much more action than you are talk. You're rock solid and as loyal a person as there is. And I remember, as an example, being a kid moving to Mercer Island when I was 12. And it was the first time, really, that I met people, who had like nice fancy cars. Like everybody had a fancy car. And you could just, even at 12, sense there was sort of a competition going on. And if having a fancy car or having things that would improve your image in some way, if that ever crossed your mind, I sure didn't know about it. And now I think about the things that motivate me and how I basically aspire to try and keep that same mentality. I won't do as good of a job of it as you, but you're being motivated by the right things and being as value driven and as loyal a person as there is a gift to be able to watch. Also, as an aside, I think it's pretty clear with that car example, another element of that might be less about values and more about the fact you've always been kind of driven by function over form and by gear over style. And I'm guessing right now you could produce like a Leatherman tool, probably a knife, some sort of throat gouging knife or something. You probably have like a flash grenade on your person somewhere. And you definitely have like multiple pieces of spandex clothing you could give out to anybody if somehow at the party somebody was cold. They're probably already wearing, some crazy spandex hat or something. But that's, I guess, just an aside for you. So let me just say simply to you, Dad, that I love you and you're my hero, and I wish I could be with you on this birthday. It was so much fun starting our annual Orcas Island bike riding tradition that we'll carry on for as long as we can do it. And let me just leave you with some of my favorite quotes about fathers and sons that hopefully you'll appreciate on your birthday. Bye, and I love you.
So I can depose this, partial to the bleeding vines. Suppose you can't hold shit, how high I've been. What a river don't know is to climb out in heat and light, to slow among roses or stay behind. I've been to that brook where no matter the sources, and I walked it up. How long I last, soaring the cold, hoping on a canyon, 'cause the days are long. Well, it harms me, it harms me, it harms me, I'll let it in.